Hello, everybody. It is Reid from readaboutsex.com, and I'm taping from Phoenix, Arizona right now to answer a question somebody had. They were like, Reid, what is romance? Like, what romance is you? What's your romance home run? How do we ring your bell? And so basically, if to answer this question, you would need to figure out a couple of things about me. One, my main love languages for receiving are touch, words of affirmation, and acts of service. So once you start to figure that out, you would also need to figure out that I'm a dog when it comes to romance. And what that basically means is that, anything that proves to me that you think I'm a good person, that I'm a good dog, I'm doing a good job, and that you affirm of my wants and my likes and my dislikes, those things open me up and have me start to realize, like, oh, you get me. You appreciate me. And to me, those things are romantic. Now, you'd have to do a little bit more detective work to start honing in on the specifics. And some of those specifics would be that I am a comic book nerd. I am a huge comic book nerd. I actually used to be a comic book artist before I ever went into sex education. So when you find that out about me, you would also start to realize that that nerdiness drifts over into geekdom when it comes to sex and relationships. So anything that has to do with research and development, or exploring or talking about basically having the brain sex around sex, intimacy, relationships, those things excite me to no end, and I completely light up. Around touch, you would have to do some digging, but you would find out pretty quickly that the kind of touch I like the most is really deep, like pressure type touch. So like walking on my back, getting a bunch of people together to all lie on top of me like a human blanket, like me being squished. That kind of sensation totally gets my body to just unlock and relax, and I can finally start receiving. And then last but not least, and you probably already know this, you could Google this and find out pretty quickly that I'm a huge fan of coffee and Baileys. So how would you weave this all together to create the romance home run, the recipe, the secret that would have me just feel all warm and fuzzy and adoring of you? Well, let's just say, for example, it doesn't have to exactly be this, but this is how you put it all together. Let's say that you had me lie down and walked on my back for an hour. And all the while you were walking on my back, you were just telling me really sweet things about what you liked about me, things that you appreciated. And that would start to get my body to open up, and I could be like, oh, and relax and finally start receiving. And you're just giving me these wonderful words of appreciation. Then you surprise me by whisking me away to the Cineplex, where we're going to see the latest superhero movie, Captain America or the Avengers or Spider-Man. And while we are in the theater, you whisper really sweet things about how much you love me loving comic books and being a complete dork. And just as the movie starts to roll, you surprise me with a thermos of coffee and Baileys. And now, after the film, I'm highly caffeinated, I am all jazzed up on superhero-ness. You take me home and reveal to me that you have some of the latest sex toy technology available to you, and that you're like, Reid, I think we should spend the next couple of hours researching and developing new techniques on how to use this technology to the best of its ability. You creating research and development time with me around sex geekery, stacked on top of the movie, the coffee and Baileys, and the walking on my back, that would pretty much be, that wouldn't even just be one home run, that would be like 3 home runs, one after the other. So this is how you could weave and figure out and create the romance recipe that would ring my bell. And now you know my secrets. I have revealed them to you. What I'm curious about is, what are your romance home run recipes? And if you don't know what they are, or if you, more importantly, want to try to figure out the recipes to ring the romance bells of your loved ones in your life, I invite you to check out the link below and check out my new Creating Your Romance Home Run course. This mini course is going to teach you how to do exactly what I just showed you right now, and be able to put into words the exact things that will help your loved ones, your friends and lovers and family, ring your bell and get you to feel warm and fuzzy and appreciated. And then you can start doing some detective work and figure out what's going to ring their bells. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this answered the question. Reid signing off from Phoenix.